Welcome back to the Bronchelor, and what a week this has been. The Bronchelor Nation showed up to make this one of the best premieres ever, even though it's our first season. So this week, Bronsen had some group dates. He had 2 one-on-ones, one with Simone and one with Paige. And we're gonna have to wait and see whether that brought him closer to making his final decision or just made him more confused. Time will tell with more of the Bronchelor.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Happy Saturday.
Yeah, it's early-ish for you, right?
I know, it's just turning 1.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So have you done anything yet today?
No.
Okay, so starting the day off right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I know. I'm like starting off May right, starting off the day right.
So for those who are, I guess, at home, who are going to be watching this, Paige, you came up with questions to ask both of us, I guess, for us to get to know each other. It was hard for me to think of some of the answers. Like, it was really hard.
Good. I was hoping that it wouldn't be like, oh, like I could just think of these like off my head. Let's just go through them because I want to make sure that I hear some of these.
Okay, so first question.
Okay.
You said, what are your simple pleasures?
So I have having my coffee outside in the morning. That's like my favorite thing. If I don't do that, then it throws off my whole day.
I love that. That's awesome. And also like, sounds like a Nicholas Sparks movie or something.
Going for a drive, like without any destination. I love doing that.
I do that like every day.
Yeah, it's the best.
I drive all the time. I use way too much gas. It's a problem.
But it's worth it. Like, well, maybe it's not. It's kind of killing our earth, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. Okay, so I'll tell you mine then. So mine are white sneakers, a perfect iced chai. So I also love coffee.
Okay.
And then my last one is something organized by color. So I have like my closet organized by like style of item, and then also within the style, like by color.
My closet is not like that at all. Mine is just whatever goes in, goes in.
I associate colors with weird like subjects. Like in school, I would do that and have.
Oh, totally. Like green was always science for me.
Yes.
Red was always like history or social studies.
Yep.
Blue was always math and English.
Okay, 3 for 3. What's your irrational fear?
My biggest fear is like me doing something, or like my future wife, like the future mother of my child, doing something inadvertently and it fucking up my child, like when they're born. Like that absolutely terrifies me. And then like also personality wise, like what if my kid is someone that I don't like?
Well, I mean, you'll like him, but you'll be like, he kind of sucks.
Right, but I don't want to feel that way.
I think it also comes down to like your parenting though too. Like I feel like if you notice stuff like that, like maybe you can like try to fix it like early on. Well, mine's just really like stupid, but it's dropping my phone in like the elevator crack when you're like,
oh, that's terrifying. Absolutely.
I live in an apartment complex, and every time I use my elevator, I'll have my phone in my hand with like 14 other things, as girls do. And I was just like, today could be the day.
That's a great one.
But I wondered if you were close to your brothers growing up, because you're the oldest. So like, what was that like having 2 younger siblings?
Was super close with them always. Growing up, it was definitely like Bryce and I were closer. Bryce is my middle brother because we were closer. We were just closer in age. And Burke was always like just the baby, you know? So I was like, we were close, but it was usually me like just thinking he was cute and like taking care of him rather than like actually like knowing each other, you know?
I love that. I feel like that's kind of impressive and says a lot about your parents too. Brother and I did not get along. I mean, it wasn't like bad, but we didn't want to like hang out with each other, but it's also different because like of like him being a boy, I'm a girl, whatever.
How many siblings do you have?
Older brother and an older stepsister. The next one is, okay, if we meet, what's a place that you'd have to take me?
I would want to take you to my favorite restaurant of all time. It's called Greek Islands. It's like a local place here in Fort Lauderdale. Like super casual, low key, but Greek food is my favorite food. And it's like the best Greek food. I was like, we'd have to go to the beach because the beaches here are the best. There's a state park. And so it's like this beach is U-shaped on the edge of the island. So like if you stand at the tip of the island, you see the ocean all around you for like, it goes on forever.
Cool. Sounds fun. So we'd go to the Greek place. and then the beach.
We could even go to the beach and then on the way home for dinner, go to the Greek place.
Perfect. Okay. If you were in Iowa, I would take you to 4th Street. So it's like the main street downtown with like all the bars, but it's like very like historic. We had a family business on like 4th Street. So just like a lot of history. So I feel like I would have to take you there.
That sounds great. I've never been to Iowa.
Really?
One of the states I've never been to. Yeah.
But what's a place that you never, or something that you never did as a kid that you still?
What I wrote down, which is something that I still want to do, obviously, is go to a restaurant and order one of everything on the menu.
Ooh, okay.
Say to the waiter, I'll take one of everything, please. And then they just bring out trays of food.
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. That's so sweet. I love that.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a classic kid dream to have. But then now as an adult, I'd want to do it and like take kids to be able to live that out.
Do you think that the restaurant would hate you?
Yeah, but fuck them. Who cares?
Yeah, it's like, I guess, whatever, like you're paying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I would always be like really nervous to do something like that because I'm like, well, they're not going to want to wait me or like help me.
I would be like, screw you. It's on the menu. This is your job and I'm paying for it.
Mine was just going to Disney. So yours is like really like sweet and thoughtful. I'm like, mine's very selfish. I'm like,
have you ever been?
No.
Oh, then that's a classic one. Then yeah, you got it. That's a good answer.
I feel like the reason I also never went is because I don't love rides. Waste my money.
How do you not love rides if you've never been to Disney?
Well, because I've been to other like amusement parks. Okay.
There's a huge difference between like a fair and like and Disney. Huge difference.
Fair. Sounds so small town country, but yeah, that's true. Okay. So I guess I would try it. I wouldn't love it if you're like, hey, we're going to Disney. You're going.
So then I'm changing my answer to the question where I'd have to take you.
Okay.
Disney.
Okay.
We'll go to Disney.
I can just like my stomach's dropping right now, just like thinking of it.
The rides are made for like 7-year-olds. You're fine. You'll be good.
Well, they have bigger balls than I do. Then I don't know. What's something that you're really bad at?
I wrote anything athletic.
I put sports.
Yeah.
Literally the exact same.
I literally wrote sports or anything athletic.
Okay. Yeah, I love that because I'm the exact same way. And I have tried so hard to find something that I'd be good at with like athletic. I even joined a like kickball league like 2 summers ago. And it was just like, my brother invited me. I just moved to Denver and was like, meet some people, like come hang out with us. We just drink beer and hang out. And I was really bad. And they just like, oh, like good try. That was okay.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's just not, my brothers are very athletic. I just didn't get that gene. I just didn't get it.
Okay, your favorite useless fact then?
The first one that popped in my head was that kangaroos can't jump backwards.
Okay, that's interesting. I was thinking it was going to be an animal fact probably.
But it's actually not useless because if you ever find yourself like in a fight with a kangaroo, you know you can just get behind it and then it can't jump backwards. It will have to like turn around and then you can flee, you know?
You'll have some time.
Right.
So the next time that I'm around a kangaroo and I'm threatened, then I'll know what to do.
Yeah. Kangaroos are very scary. What's your fact?
My fact is that the first listed ingredient in goldfish is smiles.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. It's like really
That's
useless.
so cute.
Like nobody cares. But I remember I was in high school and I was probably in like a history class and we did some fun activity and it was like to win the game because we were tied. It was like, here's the end question. And it was, what's the first ingredient in goldfish? And I wrote smiles and I don't know why I knew it. And
that's funny. That went really fast, that hour. Wow.
It went so fast. I was like, how is it already almost 2:00 here?
That felt like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I got to know you more, even though I felt like I got to know you on the Zoom, which was really nice.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I wanted you to be the first one-on-one, because I was like, this is a busy weekend and I was like stressed about it. And I was like, oh, like that'll just be a nice, like easy, not like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I felt comfortable already with you. So I was like, perfect. That's what I wanted to be as the first one-on-one.
Yeah. I kind of felt the same way. I was like, that's kind of, especially with like Thursday being like a couple of days ago, I was like, okay, that's a perfect way to like talk a little bit beforehand. And then just this felt so much more like comfortable and natural. So, yeah.
And those were good questions. I got to know you definitely more.
Okay, good. I was hoping that they were good. I didn't want to do anything like too serious, too deep, just like some fun stuff.
This was very nice. Thanks for spending your afternoon.
Absolutely. Thank you. I had a great time. So thank you for doing this.
Likewise. Thanks for coming on, and have a great rest of the weekend. And we'll talk next week and see each other next weekend.
So it's Saturday afternoon. What is everyone doing tonight? Anyone have exciting plans going on?
I'm flattered you think I do. I'm so tired. I am going straight to bed after this.
So you were on a flight this morning. You got home?
Yeah, I just got home.
How was the rest of your trip? How was Florida?
It was fun. We had way too many drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going on a detox as well.
Wait, too many drinks? You can't drink.
Going right into the police.
Right?
They had too many drinks.
Oh, and I haven't drank since that day because I was not doing well after. It was not my fault.
No, but it was so funny. Like, it makes the show. Oh, we have a hand raised.
I'm just curious how tall you are.
That's all I am?
Yeah.
I am 5'9".
Oh, you're tall for me. I'm not used
How
to
tall are
that.
you?
4'11".
Really?
Anything on Zoom. Oh my God.
I am 5'9". I'm like just very average height. Like, I just look like a normal ass white dude, like very generic. That's why I have to get these fucking highlights on my hair. You know, I have to stand out somewhere.
Adds like an inch or two.
Right, and that's why I always push my hair up. You know, if I could wear my hair flat. I got to get those extra 2 inches so I can be like, oh yeah, I'm 5'11".
5'9.25".
I don't care about my height.
Yeah.
I've never cared about, like, some guys hate that they're not under 6 foot or 6 feet. I don't care about that.
I hate that I'm not 5 foot.
Why? Who cares? There's nothing you can do about it. So who cares? You are what you are.
When you're like in school, people surprisingly pick on short people because they're short. So, you know, that lives with you.
I mean, dull.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry, Jenna. Fuck those people.
I know, right? They suck. Look
Yeah.
at me now. I'm on the Bronchelor.
Right. Look at you.
So funny.
I feel like guys are always, they want to be tall so badly. Like, that's such a thing in guy culture.
I think it's girls like tall guys.
Girls don't want to be like bigger usually than the guy they're with. Like there's like that stigma of like that being weird. So
Right.
I think that's where it comes from. It's not really like it being attractive or not, but more so like what the pressure that society puts on you to be like the soft feminine one and then be like the big strong one. And
Right.
whatever.
Do you think that's changing? I feel like that might be changing a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
No, Jenna?
No, I mean, I've been on a lot of dating apps and literally every guy's profile has to mention his height because of how girls just like care so much.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Like you can't control it, like you said. So I feel like it's more pressure for guys than girls.
Like, if a girl asks me, how tall are you? And I say 5'9", and she's like, oh, I only date someone who's over 6 foot. Then I'm like, thank you for telling me that, because now I don't have to waste my time.
That's really shallow.
Right, because it's funny, we only really know each other through like our shoulders up.
Your workout to Bad Baby.
Oh yes.
I hate that her songs are so catchy.
Yeah.
And I like have half the song memorized.
I like don't want to like it, but
I don't
I
want
know.
to. How old is she? She's like what? Just turned 18?
She just turned 18.
That's scary.
Like, think of how you were at like 15, and then think of the whole world knowing that. Like, think of the whole world being able to see you. I was an awkward idiot who like was so weird and like did stupid things. If that was documented for the whole world, I would be mortified.
But like 14-year-olds now and like 15, 14-year-olds back then, it's completely different.
That's true.
I wore Ed Hardy when I was 14. Like
Like,
shirt, bag, shoes.
Oh yeah.
if it gives you any comfort to know, I feel like we all have over the course of a week have gotten to become friendly. That like, I mean, yeah, I guess people are here for like the prize or to win or whatever. And I don't mean to objectify you as a prize, but
objectify away.
no,
I am.
Of like, I think everyone just like here for the fun, and like I don't think anyone's gonna be like cry themselves. No offense, no, I don't. Just from like my intel from being in the group chat, I just feel like everyone's here for the fun, and I feel like no one's gonna really be like so distraught, and like we're all planning on coming to Florida anyway. So like,
okay, well that's great because that's what I want to hear. Like
I don't think it's that serious. I think we're all just excited to like experience something new and fun together, and I think all the same way.
Don't lose.
I think we have all had a great experience, like meeting everybody.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love to hear that. That's great.
Not trying to get married.
Wait. Listening to the like Patreon episodes, because I'm on there, I'm like, oh, I might need to stop listening. I feel like we're a little too. I know a little too much about you.
You're referencing my taint, is what you're talking about.
Literally, yeah, like that too. For people who didn't have the Patreon,
I am close with everyone. I'm an open book. I say what's on my mind. I don't care about like that shit. So
yeah.
So I'm going to talk about my taint if I want to talk about my taint.
That's also what I really like about this podcast is that it's just constant, just going at it, which is really fun between you.
There's nothing off limits in my family. And so that's how I've learned to live my life. Like there's nothing off limits with my friends. There's nothing off limits in my relationships. There's nothing off limits in my, like, I say what I want to say. All right, everyone. Well, have a great rest of the weekend. It was nice to see you all. And we'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I'm outside and I thought this would be aesthetic, but there's like 12 bees. So I don't know if like vinegar gets it off, but I'll be spraying this. And if not, then we're going inside. But I just thought it'd be pretty. But you know,
I just want Bronsen to see this. This is a matter of 2 minutes, 19 notifications.
I know, we're insane.
Oh my God.
Was Emily supposed to be in this state?
No.
Emily was supposed to be, and she emailed me like an hour ago that she like has too much going on.
Yeah, she let us know.
Yeah.
So that is what it is. I guess that makes things. I think that makes things easier for everyone because there's just one less. So it's one less decision on my part, which makes things easier.
That makes sense.
How did that make you feel? Were you upset?
Was I upset? No.
Did you cry?
I did a little bit.
There are 15 of you. Why would I be upset if one leaves? And you all are great, so it's fine. So I thought what we could do is, because I've been thinking like, okay, what am I going to do in these group dates? Like, it's virtual, so like we can't do an activity together in person. And I thought we could do charades because like we're on camera. So I thought we could do some form of charades.
Love it. 3,
2, 1, go.
Licking.
Ice cream, lick.
Blowjob.
Lick. Tongue. Penis.
Fondling.
Ice cream, cone. Popsicle.
Whoa.
That was a little bit out of my
Bernie.
Crazy. Drunk.
Falling.
Ah, surprise.
Scared. Juke out. What?
Yeah.
It was an earthquake. That's what this one was. Let's try actions. I feel like that's more fun than the words.
Wait, what? How is that? That's harder.
Let's try it. Let's try it.
Okay.
Wait, what? What are we doing?
Like a verb?
Oh, wait. It's really hard. The first one I got was washing windows on a building.
Mine was going to the dentist.
So you're like hanging down.
The next one was moving a refrigerator. How are you supposed to act that out?
You put it on your back like in Little Giants.
Those are so hard.
Wait,
should we go to easy? Should we try easy?
Let's try easy.
Yeah. These are not easy.
Oh my God, the word I just got is hilarious because everybody was making fun of me last night because I'm horrible at doing this.
Don't give it away.
Sober?
Now you get to act it out.
What? I didn't hear.
That was a good one.
I said staying sober. You guys said you got drunk.
I was at a wedding. Who stays sober at a wedding?
No one. No, losers. He literally constantly needs attention. Constantly.
Amazing. It's like most males. It's like all males. It's amazing.
Free therapy.
Your pheromones. He's attracted to you.
Like all males? Wow. You think men need more attention than women, Ashley?
Hold up, come here.
Kinda.
Come see your
Well,
boyfriend.
yeah, they don't say it, but yeah.
We're talking about weird shit, so we'll just go into it. Bronson kind of knows who Kayla is, but my best friend lives on a ranch
Another puppy.
and has a pig, okay? A male pig.
Oh my
And
God.
is not neutered, and it's the most disgusting thing you'll ever see. Look up a pig penis.
I don't want to. I'm not
But
going to.
why are you looking at the pig's penis?
It comes out.
Don't they have like 30-minute orgasms, pigs?
It looks like a.
Wow.
It looks like a
Know
piece
this
of
stuff. Like,
spaghetti.
where is this coming from?
It looks like a piece of spaghetti. It's so long it drags on the floor.
Oh my God, what a bizarre conversation this is. Yeah, we were literally playing charades before, and now we're talking about different types of animal penises. I want to go back to Ashley thinking that men need more attention than women. I'm curious about that.
I do too. I've been waiting.
Why do you think that?
They definitely do. I feel like men are more. This is a stereotype. I'm fully stereotyping.
Okay.
Aware of it. I feel like men low-key want more attention just because I don't know. That's just my experience. I feel like women want attention, but we're okay without it too. Like, I feel like we're cool.
Woo!
The dog agrees.
I just think men like more instant gratification. It's not necessarily like attention, but they want when they
I
want
can see
something,
that
they
too.
like, want it.
And like, we are very analytical. So we think of like, we just think through things a lot, and we like look into things that really we shouldn't be looking into, because let's be real, women are crazy. Women are absolutely nuts. Like, I feel bad for men. I do, because we're literally bipolar. We're crazy.
See, I don't think I don't think women are crazy. I think men and women are just different. So it's like weird how we have to try to like force ourselves.
I'm in a group chat with some of my good guy friends and a couple girls, and they're all in relationships. The guys are. And they'll like send screenshots, and their girlfriend will like text them and be like, "How's your day?" And they'll send it to us, and they're like, "We're breaking up. Like, don't ask me how my day is." What do you respond? Good? Like,
oh, see, I think that's sweet. That's weird that you're if you're complaining about your girlfriend asking how your day was, you got some serious issues.
you have a problem. Yeah.
I think that's a communication issue. I think it's also like compatibility. If somebody is a communicator and very vocal and like expressive and whatever, and somebody isn't, then it's obviously not going to work.
It's important in a relationship, in a successful relationship, to like know what your partner is on that spectrum.
I think that's also just like introvert extrovert too. Like I'm definitely an introverted extrovert. Like when I'm out with my friends, I like to be there and like I enjoy it so much, but it drains me. Like work, like teaching all day, it drains me. So when I come home, like I want like 30 minutes of like zero talking and just like come back to like myself, and then I'll answer any questions anyone has.
I'm the same way.
But
yeah. I love being social and doing things and like extroverted things, but then I also like really need my time to just decompress and like not talk to anyone, and if you're like asking me all these questions in that time, I'm going to get annoyed at you. Like,
yeah, and I feel so bad because like I know I'm over like not reacting the right way, but I'm like, just like ask me in 10 minutes. Like that's it.
I think the basis of a relationship, like you need to communicate. Nobody knows what you're thinking. You're not a mind reader, which, you know, I wish I was, but I'm not.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's also the hardest thing to like nail in a relationship, is that like communication between both people.
I think you have to figure out like each other's love languages.
What are they? There's like 4, right?
There's 5.
It's words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts.
So for me personally,
I didn't know
receiving gifts is the lowest. That's meaningless to me.
Yeah.
And then that also has gotten me in trouble in relationships because it's meaningless to me. So then but sometimes it's like the top one for people. So then I'm like, don't even think about it. Like, it's not important to me, but then they'll get upset. I feel like for me, it's definitely quality time over anything, like for sure.
Yeah.
Words of affirmation, I couldn't care less about. Like, I know how, like, you don't need to tell me how you feel. I'm going to know how
you're like, I look good. You don't have to tell me.
My past relationship, which maybe this is why it didn't work, her love languages were definitely gifts and words of affirmation. And so then those were like my 2 lowest, and that maybe is why it didn't work.
I love giving gifts.
Me
I
too.
hate receiving gifts.
That's what I was going to say too. I love picking things out for people, but I could care less if someone gets
Like, I put so much thought into like giving people gifts, but I don't like, I hate birthdays.
Love
hate
I love birthdays.
I love birthdays.
Like, I don't need it to be about me, but I love that birthdays are an excuse to like get so many people together.
I definitely think probably quality time and physical touch would be that. And then acts of service, I think, as well. And then words of
acts of service. That's a good one. I forgot about that one.
If I'm not talking to someone for like the whole day or whatever, and then they send something that like reminds them of me to me, like that's like what I like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what that would fall under. I guess like acts of service. Like that's the kind of thing that like is like, oh, that was so nice. You're thinking about me, you know?
Right.
But,
Yeah. I feel like that is an act of service, like showing you that.
Like it's
like,
not
you were
words of
on the mind.
affirmation because it's not like you telling, I don't know. It's like a different way of it. That's why I don't know.
Yeah.
But-
No, I mean, there's not much better than when you like care about a person and they like show ways that they care about you, but like unprompted, of course. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I had fun. I thought this was an enjoyable way to spend a couple hours. All right. Well, I hope you all have a good Sunday night, and I'll speak to you all later.
Yes. Have a good night.
Fun tonight.
Bye.
Hey, sorry. I'm yelling at my dog right now.
Where are you? In the Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, this is my work background and I need to turn it off.
I have a boring old background. Just the podcast.
Well, my background is like, we're in the midst of moving out right now. So it's just like a bare apartment and not really cool looking.
Are you excited to move?
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm like counting down the days.
So you sent me those questions, right? We should do that.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to get through 36 of them, I feel like.
But we can just get through what we get through, and then we can.
I think that you can Google them too.
36 questions that lead to love.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I have time.
Okay, so number 1 is, given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest?
Are you going to go first?
No, you go
Are you
first.
prepared for these?
I'm not. I didn't even look through them.
No, me either. I thought about doing that before because I was like, damn, I should like come up with good answers.
No, but this way is better because it's just like off the cuff what you think, you know, without any preparation.
I would meet Freddie Mercury.
My answer to that question is always Jesus. I would want to meet Jesus because he's just like
Moses.
No, because at least Jesus is the most influential person in the world, and I would just want to meet him and be like, see what's up with all the hype, you know.
See if the rumors are true, you know.
Right, like I would want to be like, all right, here's a glass of water, show me what you got, like turn it into wine. What would constitute a perfect day for you?
I thought about this earlier actually because I got Chipotle and I was like, wow, this is like what
I feel like that should be a question on here. What's your Chipotle order? That's important.
I got my nails done and then I went and got Chipotle and I was like, wow, this is like such a beautiful, like nice day today.
That sounds like a nice day.
Perfect day would probably be like with my family or like good friends. I love like going like a beautiful day and having like a good car ride or something.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe going to like a brewery. Just being outside, anything that's outside.
Yeah, that sounds honestly same.
Like 75 degrees.
Right.
With good people and maybe some good music too.
Yeah, that's right up my alley as well. Like the only things I would think for a perfect day was like friends and family, outdoors, good food, good music, like not having to think about anything else, you know, like no responsibilities lingering and just hanging out. All right, the next one is another weird one. It's, when did you last sing to yourself?
Literally. I hate that this is like very on brand for me, but like two nights ago. Well, no,
2 nights ago. I feel like I sing to myself all the time.
I sing to my dog all the time too. My old roommate, she thought that it was super weird that I was just like singing all the time in general, or just like, I don't know, talking out loud. I guess I think my thought or speak my thoughts sometimes.
That's normal.
That's what I thought too. She's
My
like,
mom does
she'd
that
be like,
all
"What?"
the time.
She'd be like, "Are you talking what?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just talking to myself." Okay.
The next one is, do you have a hunch about how you will die?
Now we're getting kind of dark.
Yeah, what a bizarre question.
No, I don't think so.
Me neither. Who thinks like that?
Yeah, I try to like stay really far away from this stuff.
Okay. The next one is, for what in your life do you feel most grateful?
Probably my family.
Same here. I would say my family. And just like health in general, like overall, like health and everything is going fine, you know?
Yeah, I would definitely say the same, or just the fact that like I'm alive.
Right. Yeah. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be? Oh, that's an interesting one.
You can go first for this one.
I don't know. I feel like I was raised well. Like, I feel like I enjoyed the way I was raised. Maybe I feel like it would have been helpful for me to be like a little less spoiled. Like, I feel like I lived too good. Like, I lived too easy of a life. And I feel like if my life was less easy, I would be like more like a stronger person the way I am now.
Very similar. I was an only child growing up, so I was very spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
Not like in terms of like, you know, having lots of things. I mean, I had nice things, but also like just a lot of attention was put on me, and I never had to, you know, want for anything. And, you know, I had a nice roof over my head and food always, you know, those types of things. But I kind of can agree, but also I did gymnastics like pretty much my entire life up until after my first year of college. And that was kind of the reason why I was so spoiled, because I was just like working so hard for that my parents felt like I deserved, I feel like. Okay. So I feel like the challenges that I got from gymnastics have made me a strong person today.
Were you like training for shit, or was it just like school or whatever?
Oh, no. Yeah, I had practice like 5 times a week. I was homeschooled for 2 years for it.
Whoa.
Yeah, I traveled like everywhere, like all over the world for it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. And it was pretty hard. Yeah. But that's also something that took up so much of my life growing up that like I would never change the lessons it taught me and the experiences and fun things I got to do. But I do feel like I did miss out on like some like normal childhood. Like I didn't go to middle school, so I'm sure middle school was like such a huge, you know, moment in your life. Definitely.
Yeah, but also weird. Middle school like kind of sucks and is weird.
But like I didn't really get that. And also since that's like where you learn a lot of math skills during that time, I always felt super like behind moving forward, like in terms of like math and stuff.
Wow, I didn't know that about you. That's cool. I'm sure that was hard, like dedicating all that time.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I learned, like, I'm pretty tough now, and especially with like work and stuff. It's been like really hard this last year because I lost my job due to COVID. So I'm in a completely different career than I was like this time.
Did you say you lost your dad due to COVID?
Job.
Oh, I was like, oh my God.
The dad that I'm going to live
Yeah, but that's why I was confused. I was like, oh, wow. Okay, you lost your job due to COVID. Okay. That's still sad. That's still sad, but a very different type of sad.
Yeah, but I feel like I've been super resilient and like, you know, determined. Well, obviously I have a job now, but the time that I did not have a job.
The next one is, if you could wake up tomorrow having gained one ability, what would it be?
Be able to eat as much as I want without gaining weight.
That's a great one. Because there are people who have that ability.
There are many guys that I know whose metabolisms are like crazy, and they just like eat like pizza like 5 times a day, and I'm like, I wish.
I know, me too. I eat one bite of pizza and I'm like, oh, there it is. I see it. I see the fat.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's a good ability. The next one is, if a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
Probably would want to know my future. Although I feel like if you know your future and you don't like it, then you would be like constantly trying to do little things to change it. But then would that change your future?
Right. Would that change your future? Or is your future set in stone regardless? Yeah. Or even would knowing your future automatically change it? That path that led you to that point, you didn't know your future. So then once you know it, is it over? Like, is it ruined?
Listen to that back.
That made sense in my own head, but I feel like that did not make sense coming out.
I at least would just want to know, not necessarily like all the details, but just like where I end up, like
the
person I end up with, or like where I end up, or like the type of life, like just to get some reassurance I'm on the right path.
So what is the like type of life you want to live? Where do you want to be? Where, like, all those things that you just said?
Would be like with a good supportive like family that's like close, and financially I want to live like a life like similar to like how I grew up, just like stable. And I just want to be able to provide a lot for my family and kids and stuff. I want to be able to take them on like traveling and stuff because I love traveling.
My answer is like verbatim the exact same. I would just want like a great family who is like fun, and we do fun things together, and like are all very close and live a nice life. Like, not that that's like the only thing I want, but I think like a nice lifestyle helps you like do other things. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life? Wow, what a one to end on.
And this right here.
What is the greatest accomplishment of your life? I feel like I haven't lived enough life to have a greatest accomplishment. Have I accomplished anything?
Yeah, I mean, we've made it this far. I think that's kind of an accomplishment.
True. What is your greatest accomplishment? Living to 25. That's my greatest accomplishment.
Hey, that's a big deal. Some people don't. So
that's true. I just feel like we haven't gotten to the meat of our lives yet. So like there's nothing that we
like kids or like things to feel like really like accomplished.
Or like excel at a job, or like, build a company.
A great
like,
house,
yeah, like those are accomplishments.
Yeah.
All I've done is just like show up to places. This was fun. I'm glad I got to know you more.
Yeah.
Those questions were helpful. Like, I learned about your gymnastics stuff. I didn't know about that at all.
Yeah, super important stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess have a great rest of the day, and I'll speak to you later. Probably next week.
Sounds good. Enjoy your day.
Thanks. See you later.
Bye.
First week of the Bronchelor. How'd it go?
It went great. It was a lot different than I expected, honestly. I enjoyed getting to know the women. It definitely helped me get a sense of what I want going forward from this experience and learning more about each of them.
Now, I'm sure it must take a lot of your time, both physically and emotionally. How's that with your full-time job and your day-to-day life?
I found myself like sitting up at night, like, oh my God, what did I sign up for? Like, why did I choose to create this myself? Like, it didn't exist a month ago, but we created it. So I was like, just because it's like real people involved and real feelings on the line. So it's just like kind of stressful to think, oh boy, I might have to like hurt some people if it gets to that. That's gonna suck.
Also, let 4 people go, isn't that correct?
Yeah, at the end of this week, I decided to let 4 women go, and 1 had to drop out for personal reasons on her own accord. So we're down from 16 to 11 going into next week.
So what was that like for you? That must have been very hard knowing your good-natured soul to have to eliminate 4 of the 16.
I think at this point, it wasn't easy because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings ever, but we're early enough where real connections haven't started fully forming yet, and everyone that's been like participating in the show is so nice and genuine and kind that when I've had to let women send women home, everyone's been handling it great, and they say, I wish you all the best, you have a great group of girls, like this was a great experience. So it's all been smooth sailing so far. I think as it progresses and I form deeper connections and stronger relationships with people as we narrow it down. It'll get harder and harder each time.
Well, I know if I'm excited, then you must be really excited to see.
I'm excited and nervous because I'm surprised and excited that, oh wow, there are actually genuine connections that are forming. But then that makes me nervous because then I'm like, what's going to happen when this is over? What's going to happen if I don't know who to choose? So that stuff makes me nervous.
Well, that's understandable. Time will tell. I'm sure you'll end up making the right decision. We're all looking forward to it. We're rooting for you and for the women. And whoever the choice is, it is what it is, and it will be what it will be, right? I mean,
that's correct. Yeah.
So it's all good stuff. So we'll just have to sit and wait, like everybody else. And I wish I had something more to tell you, but your guess is as good as mine. What the future will hold.
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine at this point.
All right. Well, we're rooting for you, and this is again going to be a great season, and we have a lot to look forward to, and a lot of exciting things in the Bronchelor Nation of this season premiere.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Bronsen.